Hey guys, this is Hairy Nick. How's everyone going out there? Just thought I'd do a quick update for the channel because we've been a bit quiet lately. There's been a lot going on and I just wanted to fill you guys in on what's going on and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, obviously the big elephant in the room, the coronavirus going around in the world. In terms of how it's affected me and the channel, well, in terms of the channel, it hasn't really affected anything. But in terms of my workload, I do work in sales, but here in Melbourne, Australia, there hasn't really been any strict rules about what we can and can't do. Hopefully we sort of don't move towards that, but obviously there is a situation very soon where my job could basically just say, okay, for the next month, we're just not having anyone coming in, which means I'm spending more time at home and probably making a whole heap more videos. In the meantime, I'm pretty much already self-isolating apart from going to work, getting essentials, that kind of thing. Pretty much what I think we should be doing anyway, just for a safety thing. But in terms of what we're doing here in Australia, no, there's no rules surrounding that just yet. So bottom line is I hope everyone out there is safe. I hope everyone out there is doing the right thing, washing your hands, doing all those basic things, not panic buying toilet paper and all that kind of stuff, and just generally being bad human beings, which unfortunately we're seeing a lot of. It's just how some people choose to act, and that sucks, but oh well. Secondly, yes, I am in a new space, as you can see. I've moved out of another room in the house and into here just because I've had that option. I'm still living with family, so I'm still not have as much space as I would like. Still working on sort of moving to a point where I can get my own apartment and moving forward and all that kind of stuff. I actually got a new job starting last December. I was doing some casual work over Christmas, and now I've got a permanent position over in another job in sales, which I'm enjoying thoroughly. It's taking up a lot of my time, but in terms of both financially and from an enjoyment point of view, I'm very much happy there. So hopefully after this whole coronavirus thing blows over, I can get more shifts and just earn myself a decent amount of money and then look to get my own place. But for the time being, that's sort of all been put on hold. Another thing that sort of happened in the last couple of months, unrelated to everything that's going on in the world, someone in my family, and I won't go into any details, had a pretty major health scare. And it really took a lot out of me, apart from anything else. And again, I don't want to go into details, but when it comes to doing things like making videos for YouTube, I do have to be mentally up, I guess is how I'd put it. In general, I actually am quite an introverted person. It takes me a lot of mental energy and fortitude to sort of bring myself to want to turn the camera on and do all that kind of stuff. But I love talking about the things I talk about. I love talking about X-Wing and other games and whatever, and I genuinely feel very happy and accomplished whenever I do so. But obviously when there are these things in my life that are really getting me down, it is harder and harder to do that. But on the flip side, I'll always come back to it because I greatly enjoy it. So that's, probably the main reason why things have been quiet over the last couple of months. And I am working on trying to fix that. And hey, if I've got to self-isolate, then that's just going to make that a lot easier. Currently just chilling out at home with my cat, Lucy. Say hi, Lucy. No, she's not very happy about being in this video. Lucy's a bit of a loner cat that my family's taking care of at the moment, and she is the biggest sook I've ever seen. But she does love a good cuddle, so at least I have a buddy here while I'm staying at home by myself. They're the main things I wanted to talk about. Apart from that, thank you to everyone who has continued to support the channel on Patreon, all that kind of stuff. It obviously has dropped off a little bit over the past couple of months while I haven't had much activity, but not to a great degree. So thank you for everyone that's been supporting that. Greatly appreciated. As always, the details are in the description if you want to be part of that. Even just $1 a month where it's not really affecting anyone in any significant financial way is very, very beneficial for the channel. I always do prefer that if anyone wants to support the channel, they don't just sort of spend all the money they have and then it becomes a more difficult thing. That leads to people like being dissatisfied, wanting to quit Patreon. I'd rather have a situation where more people are donating a comfortable amount for themselves. That's why I like to say, hey, if you just got $1, donate to the channel once a month. It really does make a significant difference. In terms of what we're doing on the channel now, and my cat just started purring, so you can probably hear that. I've already spoken about things we wanted to work on, like talking about like historic X-Wing lists, talking about things that have evolved over through first and second editions, sort of doing more like video essay stuff. Probably more relevant now more than anything because, hey, we've just gone like a couple of months with no X-Wing news whatsoever, which sucks, but at the same time, I understand the situation FFG's in, so that's fine, I suppose. We've got other stuff we can do in the meantime. Something else I want to do as well, because we are in this situation where everyone's sort of having to just quarantine themselves, actually doing some more online games. During last year, I recorded a few games with patrons. I think I put 1 or 2 of them out on the channel. And I'd really like to do more of that. Maybe even have like a tournament that we run just while all of this stuff's going. Like the Quarantine Cup, I guess, would be the politically correct way of putting it. Maybe not the Coronavirus Cup. That sounds a bit wrong. So the Quarantine Cup, I like that. Maybe we'll look at doing that soon on the channel. That'll be good fun. But in the meantime, yes, I've now moved into this new space. I've got a lot more free time to myself, so I'm going to look at upping the amount of videos we put up. At least try to aim for 1 or 2 a week. Just try to get to that bare minimum once again. And just try to get everything back on track. Because I do love doing this, and I do love the support I get here on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. So in the meantime, thank you all so much for supporting the channel. It really does honestly mean a lot. I apologize if this camera's gone in and out of focus during this video. It's just one of the quirks of these Panasonic G7s. They don't quite nail focus all the time for video, but that's just how it is. Don't forget to like and subscribe, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, all that kind of fun stuff. And if you want to support the Patreon, it's all down in the description. You guys can find all that information for yourselves. I'll catch you all in the next video.